What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I hope everybody has had a good week so far because, baby, for the last 3 days, it has been crazy with one particular person, and I really don't want to talk about it, but I know y'all want me to talk about it to at least mention it. But, girl, anyway, oh my goodness, let me tell y'all what happened at work the other day. So apparently, I guess when I was on lunch, it's this guy that's always coming up in there talking about somebody need help on the computer. I got to get my ID. I got to go see my mom and all this stuff. You can tell that he homeless or whatever, and but he came in there, mind you. It barely is anybody in there at this point, but I don't know how many people was in there when I went on lunch. But the freaking janitor walked past and he was sitting there about to, do some drugs right there. I mean, had the stuff all out in the open and everything, about to fix it up. And I said, wait a minute, are you serious? They was like, yeah, that's what happened. So he came back up in there. He had the nerve to come back like an hour before we closed, okay? And they was like, nah, bro, you can't come back up in here, okay? That's just, no, we don't do no mess like that, okay? Because somebody could have been out there, some kids could have came up in there, and that is not what we're trying to expose them to or whatever. So that wasn't me that did that. I never did anything. I said he was high when he said it. You can look at his face and tell that he was still high. I said, child, a mess. But anyway, that's how my week's been going so far, okay? Moving on, let's just get into this, what it is this week, okay? I know y'all was like, what happened to you Saturday? Saturday, I was tired, okay? Saturday, I was tired. I had a 3-day weekend, and I didn't want to I just wanted some time to myself, okay? Because I record like damn near every day, and the only day that I truly don't record anything on is Thursday. So I just really wanted a whole weekend, or at least not too much, not to overwhelm myself, because I did have to record a video that night, but I was tired Saturday. I'm sorry. I was in the bed asleep. Okay. But anyway, moving on from that, let's just get up into this week's what it is. First of all, let's start off with some Chicago news, my city. My mayor out here talking about some, they're about to sue the gang members out here and seize their assets, okay, just to fight against crime. They said she proposed the ordinance which will allow the city to file litigation against the gangs. Attorneys have used the Illinois Street Gang Prevention Act to sue gang members seeking financial damages, court orders blocking them from associating with each other and possessing firearms. I mean, I get what she's trying to do out here, because if y'all know, Chicago is crazy, okay? That's why people keep on mentioning us in, when it comes to certain type of stats or whatever, and we can get in our feelings and say, oh, I wish they would stop talking about our city when every time you want to bring up something about violence in America or something like that, or, violent cities and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we keep proving them right and having people talk about us because, literally over the Labor Day weekend, it was over 60 people that got shot. You know what I'm saying? So we keep on doing it. The city keep on doing it. And, at this point, I don't know exactly what it is that's going to stop it, because this has been going on for years, all right? The crime level, and even when the winter comes, sometimes it still be up a little bit, but it kind of died down then, but we still got some stuff. So I guess try anything, and that's what she trying to do. Try something, okay? I give her that for the most part, I guess, because bitch, you ain't been doing shit else. But anyway, moving on from that, let me just get this out the way. Girl, Nicki Minaj, and this is no hate towards her. Okay, y'all know I do like Nicki. I was actually I'm still looking forward to the album, but this goes to show the whole situation, and I'm trying not to spend too much time on it. The whole situation with her goes to show exactly why I do not want to become famous. Okay, I do not want to be a celebrity, because when you become a celebrity or somebody of importance, you have to really watch what it is that you say, regardless of how you may feel. And you may feel, well, shit, I can say whatever it is that I want. That's true. You can say whatever it is that you want, but it's gonna be you that's gonna get all the public backlash, all the public scrutiny, and you're held, celebrities and public figures or whatever, are held to a different level of accountability, of responsibility, of everything, you know what I'm saying, compared to us regular folks. Like somebody like me or somebody like one of y'all that's watching could have said the same thing that she said and nothing happened, okay? But because of her stature, of her celebridom, you know what I'm saying, and the power that she does hold, and the influence, I should say, that she does hold, people are looking to her and people like her to, you know, if you're going to put out some things, at least make sure that it's factual, okay? And if you are asking questions, make sure you're clear that you're just asking questions to, you know, be clear. You know, you're not putting out false information, okay? Truth be told, I'm more than certain, like I'm kind of debating, like she gotta been trolling, okay? Like, and that's another thing, when you're that statured and you talking about something like this, you can be trolling or whatever and trying to make jokes with your people and all that stuff, and then people can take it and try to say that you're being serious with it and you putting out false information. That could have been the case of what's been going on right here, right now. But then you keep on going and you keep on going. Whereas, you know, us people, we can do that and people will see that we, you know, joking about it or whatever, and we can say, oh, it's just a joke. And they'll be like, okay, cool, whatever. We probably get dragged a little bit, but then it'll be gone the next day. Ain't nobody finna keep on talking about it or whatever. So that you have to understand, like, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. And I always say, just make it make sense and just don't be willfully ignorant with it, okay? So basically what happened was, and a lot of this could have been avoided. The Met Gala was up, okay? And Nicki said that she wasn't going to be there. I guess a fan or whatever tweeted if Nicki was going to be there. She said she's not going to be there. And she basically is kind of scared of COVID or whatever. I don't know if she said that she had it at one point, but either way, she was like, you know, I'm not about to go to, and I'm paraphrasing, so don't come at me if it's not the exact, but this is basically what it was. She got a baby at home and she said, you know, she trying to take precautions, okay? And I guess you had to be vaccinated. That's where everybody kind of assumed that you had to be vaccinated. And she said, basically, if she gonna go to the Met, if she gonna get vaccinated, it's not for the Met. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be a reason why she get vaccinated. But, you know, of course, people was like, no, go ahead and get vaccinated or whatever. And truth be told, you can't tell somebody what they need to do, okay? I'm a vaccinated person. I've been fine. And the reason why I got vaccinated, because I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. And you can go back and you can look at some of my videos when all the vaccine talk first started. I was one of the ones that was like, no, I'm not doing it because I don't trust this administration. I don't, you know, it just didn't seem right. You know what I'm saying? I had my doubts about it. But what made me change my mind about it was the fact that my sister, she was actually working in the lab on the COVID virus, okay? You know, she who has asthma and other health problems or whatever, she took the vaccine and she was perfectly fine. And, you know, she had more information about it. And so I just sat down and talked to her. She told me about the stuff and it eased my mind about it. So I just went on ahead and did it and I've been fine. I've been vaccinated since the very beginning of April, you know. So it is what it is. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that is your choice, okay? I'm not going to judge you for it. I don't want you around me like that. If you want to be around me, put a mask on then, okay? Put a mask on. That's all that I ask. Like, that's all that a lot of people ask. Just, if you're not going to get vaccinated, at least wear your mask, okay? And that's the issue. Some people don't want to get vaccinated nor wear their mask. And that's where the problem lies, okay? At least do one or the other, or both, okay? And don't ask the dumb stuff like, if you get vaccinated, why you don't want people around you? Because you can still catch it, dum-dum. Okay, you can still catch it. You know, may not be as severe, but you can still catch it. That is what vaccines for. Vaccines are not cures. Okay, vaccine lessens the severity of the symptoms. Okay, that you get or something. People get the flu shot and they can still catch the flu. Okay, it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? It is not a cure. It never said that it was a cure. Okay, it's lessening the effect of the virus on your body. You know what I'm saying? So you won't have to end up in the hospital on ventilators and stuff like that. But at the same time, she said what she had to say. And I feel like what happened was Nicki wanted to have a casual conversation with her Barbs, okay? That's what she wanted to have, a casual conversation with her Barbs. And, she talking about something. She needs to do some research. She gonna do her research on it, which I don't see what was wrong with her saying that, because even now, you know what I'm saying, people still don't research whatever. And I mean, I get it, but people attacked her for saying that part especially. But I'm not laughing at that. I'm just, because I'm laughing about the tweet that got everybody riled up. Because, baby, I was, I, it kind of threw everybody off that they did not pay attention to basically what she said afterwards, okay? So I'm paraphrasing from what I remember. She was just talking about it, and she realized that at one point, she will have to get vaccinated. She did not say that she wasn't never going to get vaccinated. She said that she just had to do her research, and probably research involved which one is the better vaccine or whatever one, Pfizer, Moderna, or whatever. That's what I'm going to assume. Okay, I'm gonna be probably naive saying that, but that's what I'm going to assume. But it is kind of irresponsible in a way to put certain things out there, especially if you have, millions of people looking at you and they don't know whether you're trolling or not. Some people don't know your humor just because they know of a Nicki Minaj or of a, certain celebrity or whatever. They don't know your humor. They don't know if you're trolling or whatever. So they're going to take it as fact. They're going to take it as if you meant the shit, because later she put out talking about how her cousin's friend took the vaccine and then his scrotum started to swell up, and then he became impotent, and next thing you know, his fiance called off the weddings week or so before the wedding. Okay. Baby, that nigga had STD. Okay, that is exactly what it was. And from that point, she said all of that, and then she took a poll about which vaccine is better to get, Pfizer, Moderna, or whatever. She said eventually she's going to get it because, if she want to work, you have to get the vaccine, because some countries you can't get allowed in without the vaccine, and, stuff like that. She never really said that she was not going to get it. She said she was like, she wasn't going to get it just for the Met Gala. Just to go to the Met Gala, I'm not about to be vaccinated just so I can show up to this party. Okay? That's not what it was. But at the same time, people was holding on so tight to this goddamn tweet about the ball swelling and everything. And when I seen that, I was like, girl, are you serious? I said, she got to be trolling at this point. She has got to be trolling at this point, because I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And as soon as I read it, it was like, he got an STD, if this is real. You ain't have to bring your cousin friend up into it and all this stuff. And girl, it took off like a fucking firestorm, bitch. Everybody and their mama talking about it. All the news organizations talking about it. She gets on Joyanne Reid because she called her out, because what Joyanne said was correct. You're putting this stuff out, and, you got a platform. And that's basically what people trying to tell her. You have a platform of millions of followers, and a lot of them are gullible. And so if you say don't get it, they not gonna do it or whatever. And some of them not, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what she said. Nobody read the follow-up tweets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be careful what you put out there, especially when you are a celebrity of your magnitude, of her magnitude, because people are going to dissect and nitpick what you say or whatever and twist it up. Next thing you know, that whole tweet is being used in an anti-vaxxer way on Fox News with Tucker Carlson and stuff like that. And it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying, to fit their propaganda agenda. And then, everybody was just bad. Okay, they didn't know which way to go or whatever, and she's coming at everybody because she feel like they coming at her because they're twisting words and stuff. And at the end of the day, just be careful what you say. And I know, like, this is why I feel like I just want a lot of celebrities to just be quiet at this point, because regardless of if it's your right to say whatever it is that you want to say, a lot of people hang on to the words of people of power, people of celebrity, people of influence. They hang on the words. And if you say don't do it, they not going to do it. And I said some people, they really do that. Some people are very gullible like that. That'll be all the message and research that they need. Oh, so-and-so said not to get it, so I'm not going to get it. And that's not right. That's not right. I'm not saying that that's what Nicki did, because that is not what Nicki did. But, it is not hard to see how all of this can get misconstrued, how all of this can get twisted, and how this firestorm has come to the way that it's become. And then, I guess people called her out and was trying to tell her not to agree with certain people or whatever because there are certain ways and all this stuff. And she got upset with that. And, at one point, I guess Twitter booted her off, okay? Suspended her off of Twitter. And now she was on, I heard a sound bite basically saying that she's not coming back to Twitter ever. Nicki, I know she was joking after a while. She was joking. Like, after the day two, she was really just joking and playing games or whatever. But at the same time, you have to be careful what you put out there, okay? And you know how the media is. You know how they looking for stories or whatever to twist your words or twist the meaning of the words that you put out. You probably didn't mean it this way, or you probably did mean it this way, and they're just going to twist it to fit their narrative. And you got to prepare for it. And somebody should have told her to stop, okay? Baby, I'm so glad that my faves just post pictures here and there on Instagram. Bitch, Beyonce don't even know what the fuck a Twitter is, okay? She don't know what that password is. Blue got that. She probably passed it down to Rumi at this point. Girl, it's a mess. Nicki is not gone from Twitter. As soon as they unban her, unsuspend her account, especially when that album get ready to come out, she gonna be on Twitter because she gonna need to promote it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful in this day and age. And it's unfortunate that everybody is so sensitive these days and age. And, I'm like I said, you can't force anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. If they don't want to get this, they don't want to get it, okay? But just know that I hope that you have a good, reasonable reason and you listen to people that actually know about certain things instead of getting your information off of Facebook, instead of, getting your information off of, well, this person said, is this person in that field to actually know? Why would you listen to somebody that don't even know shit about it? Okay, and they got it from this person and this person, okay? It's called just use your best judgment and, you research it for yourself. That's why I didn't understand. Like, she said she wanted to research and people really got mad. Like, I get it because we so far along in, but what's wrong with still researching? You can research to the last minute just to be sure to fact check or whatever, because one of the vaccines just became FDA approved, and you know what I'm saying? And people still want to use the excuse, well, I don't know what's in it. You don't know what's in a lot of these medicines that you take from the doctor, take over the counter, or anything else that you put into your body, you inject in your body. When you smoke weed, you don't know all what's up in that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is, So if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But when you become, moral of the story is, and I said I want to go keep on talking about this, moral of the story is, people, unfortunately, when they get to a certain level and they have a certain level of influence, you cannot say certain things, okay? And it's unfortunate that it is that way because people hang on to the stuff. And if you are going to say something, just make sure that you have all your facts straight and they can't twist your words. The media will twist it. Everybody else will twist it, and you will sit there looking a fool. I'm not saying that she said a lot of, girl, I don't care. Anyway, Nicki, just get off the internet and play with Papa Bear right quick, okay? That's what you need to do. Moving on from that, okay? Because you can get into some harmful situation, putting some harmful messages out there. And I'm not saying that's what she did, but other people can do that. And we've seen that happen. But hey, it is what it is. And some people feel like, to be quite honest, how do y'all feel about this? And I'm not saying that's what it is, but her husband just pled guilty to failing to register as a sex offender in California. And some people feel like, she's doing this or whatever to get the heat and his name out of the spotlight or whatever. I don't know. Do you think that she would I ain't gonna say stoop that low, but do you think that she would do something like that just to, back him off? I don't know. I mean, it's already out there, so why? Why do that? I feel like she was trying to, she wasn't trying to get too deep, and she was trying to have fun with her barbs, and it just got out of control. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Moving on, Britney Spears is engaged to her little man, Sam, that they've been together for like 5 years or so. That's cute or whatever. Next thing you know, after that engagement announcement came out, Octavia Spencer put in the comments and said, get that prenup. Make sure you get a prenup, okay? And so, girl, after that, the page went blank. I said, what happened? Girl, then she get on Twitter or whatever place and was like, she's just taking a break from social media. She'll be back soon. She just celebrating her engagement. I said, what is happening? Mind you, this is right after Jamie, her father, said he finna step down from the conservatorship. He trying to get out of it or whatever. And now he's saying he trying to get the lawyers, the best lawyers or whatever, to get a good prenup or whatever. Why are you still involved in her affairs? I just hope and pray that Britney does not continue get taken advantage of. I mean, I understand that this guy has been around for a few years or whatever, but you can necessarily trust people, can you? I pray for her. I pray for her in her situation. I really do. And some more messed up news. It was this woman out here in Chicago who killed her 13-year-old, not 13, he was 12-year-old son over a missing SD scan drive, disc or whatever. Memory card, yeah, the scan disc, memory card. He didn't know where it was. She was looking for it or whatever, and he didn't know where it was. And she got pissed off at him because he didn't know where it was or whatever. And she took a gun and shot him in the head. Mind you, this first shot wasn't fatal, okay? He was laying on the floor conscious and in pain or whatever. And she on the phone talking to her people or whoever and said, I just shot him, and then turned around and shot him again and killed him. I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. Mind you, they finally get the police to come there, and they get to her estranged husband, and he was basically like, they was going through their stuff, but she been kind of losing it a little bit. A lot of paranoia for the past few weeks or months or whatever been going on, and I think at one point they did have like some therapy going on, and it didn't help or whatever. It was at least one session they went to. I think you should have kept on going back some more, put that girl in the mental hospital, because now she done harmed the baby. She ain't just harmed the baby, she done killed the baby over a freaking memory card. And he said at this point, given her mental state, he don't even know if she really understands what's going on, because she telling everybody what she did. And I'm just like, wow. Over a memory card? Your own blood? Your own baby that you held in your womb for 9 months? Oh, wow. Crazy. See, Chicago. Girl, we crazy out here. And that ain't even a good thing at this point. Moving on to some good news. Congratulations to Azuo Crazy Eyes. Azuo Adubo. Baby, I don't know how to Uzo, there you go. Mama that played Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. She married. She's a married woman, okay? She got married to filmmaker Robert Sweeting in 2020. Girl, I said, wait a minute. That's how you got to do it these days, okay? Keep your business private, all right? So congratulations to her. I love that. I love that. So I can when I find that, I can be like, wait a minute, bitch, you was what? Okay, and you all happy and everything? Go ahead and do that. Everybody don't need to be up in your business. Moving on from that, Black Ink Cruise Cesar. He allegedly got robbed in Atlanta on Friday. It's basically a video going around about somebody basically holding his chain and all this stuff, saying that they got it or whatever. And basically they said that it was from a gang, and because he didn't check in with the gang when he was down in Atlanta to actually open up shop out there. I said, child, y'all got to be careful, because that shit still goes on, and it's so crazy that it do. You can't go nowhere. You got to check in with people. Girl, I don't... The street life seems so freaking hard, okay? So hard. I don't got time for all of that. Moving on. And speaking of Black Ink Crew, have y'all seen the trailer for Black Ink? The big trailer, the trooper trailer for Black Ink Crew Chicago has not dropped yet, but I seen the little mini trailers or whatever, like the 1 minute trailer and all that stuff. Girl, they really finna play out on camera the whole incident that happened between Ryan messing around with his best friend's girl. Remember when all of that went down on social media? Now we finna see it. And girl, I'm a mess. I'm still gonna watch it. Yes, I will be reviewing it, okay? But a mess. Prayers is up for Wendy Williams. Everybody was wondering and worrying about her health and what it is that would happen with her. Girl, hold on one second. What's my account for? Bravo. One second, y'all. My sister is texting me. Anyway, so she basically, people was just wondering what's going on with her. Will the shows come back? She's been having some issues going on lately, I guess, with her health. She suffered from Graves' disease and, the things that's going on with her legs and all that. Baby, come to find out, mama got COVID. Mama got Mama got the virus, okay? And so the premiere for her new season was supposed to start on September the 20th, so now they pushed it back to October. Hopefully she will be okay. I pray that she make it through. I don't care how you feel about a person. I just want them to be safe, and I just want them to push through. Moving on from that, I mentioned this briefly in a video yesterday, but CBS has a new competition reality series called The Activist. Okay. Basically, it's a competition series that features on 6 inspiring activist team with 3 high-profile figures, public figures, working together to bring meaningful change to one of 3 vitally important world causes: health, education, and environment. You got Usher, Priyanka Chopra, and Julianne Hough are set to co-host this series. Competitors will face off in challenges to promote their causes, and their success must be measured using social media engagement and host judgment. 3 teams' main goal is to create effective movements that amplify their messages, drive action, and advance them to the G2 summit in Rome, Italy. At the end of the day, why do we need a freaking competition show to help out activists? Okay, activism. You know what I'm saying? This seems so exploitive and everything, and I just don't like it. Why not just give them the money? Why not just give them the money and push forth all of their ideas, period? Okay? Why we have to compete? That's why, some people just, they don't trust a lot of stuff because y'all do shit. Everything is not to be exploited. Everything is not to be a competition. Everything is not to be a TV show. We can't do shit just for the goodness of our hearts. Okay? Y'all really making activism a freaking competition. Who does that? Y'all running out of ideas to put on TV. It's becoming ridiculous at this point. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. I'm not talking about the Met Gala, because truly, but I didn't care for it, okay? And I'm going to be 100% honest. I love me some Rihanna, but that just did not rock with me, okay? It was cute or whatever, but it wasn't no, oh my God, y'all dead gorgeous or whatever. I'm talking about the outfit. She fine as shit, but I'm just saying what she had on, it was lackluster compared to all her other looks or whatever. And then ASAP Rocky didn't add nothing to it, okay? That motherfucker let that robe down, that Captain Crunch blanket down like he was really stunting. Even though the outfit that he had on probably cost more than what I pay in goddamn rent, bitch. But I just was bored with it. Iman looked good. Yara Sahidi looked good. Who else looked good? I did like Lil Nas just because he had like 3 outfit changes in. He's a character in himself. Who else? It was a couple of people that came as Native Americans, because the thing was like, what America means to you or something like that. That was nice. I was like, oh, there you go. Okay, the First Nations. Who else? See, I can't even think of people right now, because girl, y'all figure it out. Put it down in the comments, okay? If you saw the Met Gala, who did you like? Who didn't you like? Was it boring? It was kind of boring to me. I wasn't impressed by it really much, okay? Who was the lady that was dark skinned? Because, oh my God, with the silver, it looked like silver rhinestones and everything. Oh my God, like the dress just popped out on her skin. And she was just so beautiful to me. She was so beautiful to me. And I didn't get her name. But, yeah, that's what was going on. Fat Joe is being accused by Big Pun's, widow of holding back on royalties and taking money and all this stuff. And of course, he said that ain't true. Noriega had to come to his defense and say that ain't true either. But, she want an apology. She want the money. She want all of that stuff. And I only brought Fat Joe up because let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into the verses, okay? Now, I did say I might watch the verses, I might not watch the verses, but I did eventually watch the verses. I didn't watch it yesterday when it came on because I had other stuff to do, and I'm trying to catch up on stuff. I'm so behind. I watched it today at work. I seen some of the tweets that people were talking about, so I said, let me watch it for myself to see if things were the way that people said it was. Okay? The verses was Fat Joe and Ja Rule. Right off the bat, I already said Ja Rule was going to win this, okay? And me and my coworker was having a conversation about this, okay? It was like, a lot of people did say that they wanted 50 Cent and Ja Rule. But to be quite honest, he did point out something like Ja Rule don't really got a song that, like, let him stand out like that his staple song. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Fat Joe, you literally think of Lean Back, okay? You literally think of that because that was the biggest song, okay? And that probably was one of the biggest songs of his career. Everybody was doing that or whatever. When you think of 50 Cent, they still play in the club like that regularly. Or, people play that at parties and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure, okay? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was a massive hit. When you think of him, that's all you can think of. If you think of in the club, you can think of 50 Cent. But when you think of Ja Rule, do he have a big song like that? Okay. And I'm just saying. So how would that have been? Do you think 50 probably would have won the verse between Ja Rule and him? Or would it win Ja Rule? Now, this was an easy win between Fat Joe and Ja Rule, okay? Fat Joe kept on hollering out how you ain't got no hits, all right? Your last hit was like 15 years ago and all this stuff. What have you been doing in that? You ain't got no real hits between there either, okay? Like, you got some stuff, but not shit that stick like grits, okay? It is what it is. Like, Fat Joe really made me mad. He made me feel away, and I don't care what nobody say. I don't like it when certain people say the N-word, and he was saying it all the time, and he's been saying it throughout his whole career. That's probably what kind of pushed me off away from him like that. I don't dislike him, but it makes me cringe when I hear him say, yeah, I know he Puerto Rican or whatever, Hispanic, and yes, do you know that there are black Puerto Rican, black Latinos, and there are white Latinos, okay? So I get it, but it still makes me feel some type of way. But it makes me cringe a little bit. So, one second. People are so slow. And I'm talking about my sister. Anyway, moving on from that. So, besides all of that was going on in the verses, I sat there and watched over 2 hours of this shit. Okay. He was doing too much for me. Okay. He was grandstanding a lot, and I understand that, you're supposed to talk shit or whatever during the verses, but this is your friend and everything. And I know y'all New York niggas or whatever. And I ain't even coming at that, but it was something, one part in the show, I felt like he brought, of course we knew that Remy Ma was going to come out there. I feel like he brought her out a little bit too soon. Okay. But who else came out there? He brought out Nelly. I think at one point at the end, Jadakiss came out. Where is it at? Oh, that ain't even the right page. Jadakiss came out towards the end. Nelly was out there. Of course, Ashanti came through. Back and forth, back and forth. Bitch, they had her singing 4 songs back to back. 3 to 4 songs back to back. Okay, from both their sides. You know what I'm saying? And, he gifting, Remy and Ashanti with Birkin bags and all that. But the part that got me, that caused a lot of controversy, because I watched the whole thing, so I saw it, and I did not realize that it was so early on that he said this. But, he called Vita and Lil Mo like dusty bitches that you gonna have to find in the crack house. And he said that twice, okay? And he started talking about, what the fuck? I am so sorry. He started talking about basically, his women, you see Remy, she rich. You see this person, they rich. And this person rich, okay? And guess what? My bitches is rich. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. So when Lil Mo and Vita came out and did what they had to do, and when they left, he was like, that's good, or whatever. But look, my bitch is still good. My bitch is still fine. They still rich. And I'm sitting here like, what? It just, It just threw me. And don't say, oh, it's a New York type of thing or whatever. That's how we talk. No, it was disrespectful as shit, okay? You called them dusty bitches twice and said that they was in the crack house, okay? I'm just not here for that type of shit. It was disgusting. And then for them to come back out, for them to come out after that, okay? So they didn't hear this. They didn't hear this or whatever. I don't think during it, when it was said or whatever, but Vita said that he apologized to her or gave somewhat of apology, and she was confused as to what he was apologizing for. She didn't get it. So now she's seeing it and she was like, should I accept the apology or not? Because people was coming at her throat, not coming at his throat or whatever about being disrespectful. And then, you know, he put out something saying, my bad if I offended anybody. I'm sorry, you know, and couldn't even spell Mo's name right. It's M-O, not M-O-E. I mean, it could have been an autocorrect, but I'm just being petty at this point. But at the same time, bitch, everybody and their mama was talking about Nicki Minaj, okay? You got people, the prime ministers talking about it in Trinidad. You had Dr. Fauci talking about it. Girl, this is not the type of heat that you want, okay? Not the attention that you want, all right? I just had to remember that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, that is crazy. But back on this. No, you don't put out no half-ass apology on goddamn Twitter and then talking about some if I did this. No, when you feel sorry about what you did, that you offended somebody, because Little Mo had posted underneath the Neighborhood Talk blog when they posted the clip of what was said. She put broken heart emojis and said hashtag disappointed. And then that's when he put out that tweet, if I offended somebody, my bad, you know, sorry to these my sisters or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, don't say if. I hate when a person starts an apology off with if I offended. You did offend. That's why you supposed to be apologizing. But if you don't mean it, don't say if, okay? Say I apologize, because don't say if. That means that you don't know what the hell you apologizing for and you don't mean that shit. It was very half-assed. Then, you know, Mo had posted something. I think she posted it on her page or whatever. And then Fat Joe commented on it talking about something, I apologize to you backstage or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. That's fine or whatever, but you can't tell nobody when to get over something. It may be like she said, what Lil Mo was saying, because people felt like Lil Mo dragged it because they found out that he allegedly apologized to her backstage. No, she wasn't dragging it, okay? She said what she had to say. And if you read what she said, she basically said, you know, she wanted it to feel sincere and genuine, because it probably wasn't. And she knew that it probably wasn't. Okay. She probably felt that shit. Just like when he posted it on Twitter the first time, it wasn't sincere. You can feel it that it wasn't sincere. Put some fucking if up in there. Y'all do know that ain't no real goddamn apology. Okay. You don't care what you said. But what really got me was when Remy Ma gonna respond to her and basically say, you need to cut it out. You need to stop it. You know that he ain't mean no harm or whatever. He ain't even know y'all was backstage. We don't take stuff to social media or nothing like that. We don't do that, okay? It's a street code or some shit like that. And I'm sitting to like, who told you to get involved, Remy Ma? Okay? Bitch, what you need to be worrying about is putting out that album that was supposed to come out 5-6 years ago. Okay? That never came out. You know what I'm saying? Why are you... I cannot stand women. And I'm putting it out here clear. You can hear me out my mouth. You ain't got to twist shit. I cannot stand women who stands behind and, you know, go up and cape so hard for fuck niggas. I can't stand that shit. Okay? I don't care if that's your homie. I don't care if he got you in the game. I don't care if he buys you Birkins and all this stuff. I don't care what he do. Okay? You can still hold him accountable for being disrespectful as shit. So that means if you okay with him being disrespectful to you or whatever, to this woman or whatever, you okay, and he probably been disrespectful as shit to your ass and you let it happen. Okay? You mean to tell me Papoose would be cool with him saying some shit like that to you? No, he gonna just let it go? No, he's not, okay? Come on. Don't like Lil Mo said, don't tell me what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to react to something. And I 100% agree with that. Don't tell her what to do. Get out of her business and let her deal with it the way that she want to deal with it. You were not involved in this situation. The situation was between Ja Rule, and technically speaking, we can take him out of it. It was between Fat Joe, Vita, and Lil Mo. That's it. I don't know if anything else had been said, but Remy, you ain't had to offer your 2 cents because nobody asked for it and nobody cares. Okay, moving on. You fumbled the bag on something. You want to know what? When that Sheeta diss track came out and you had all that buzz, bitch, you should have had an album ready right then and there to just drop that shit. Okay, while you had the heat and all that stuff, because we was ready to buy it. I was ready to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, this is hip hop, Everybody putting out some good ass music at this point. Like, come on, I'm ready. Girl, and where is it? Anyway, moving on from that. Y'all tell me how Ja Rule won that. Ja Rule won that, okay? He kept on hitting below the Ja Rule was playing something and he said, oh, okay. Don't let me put on Candy Shop because I produced that. He was like, I don't care, nigga. And it was suck. That shit was funny. And he had a problem with the fact that Ja Rule got a lot of, like, I guess songs for the ladies or whatever. So what? He still got hits on him. Girl, I ain't know half the shit that Joe was putting out, but, all the best to them, I guess. Moving on from that. What else was going on? Venus Williams wants y'all to know, listen, get up out my uterus, get up out my love life. Listen, I ain't desperate to have no kids. I ain't desperate to be in a relationship. If I get into one, I get into one. If I have a baby, I have a baby. I'm not in no rush, and it is what it is. Y'all go ahead and go about your day. And I feel the exact same way, and I understand where she coming from with that. Famed dogs trainer, Cesar Millan, Pitbull is out here attacking people allegedly. So this gymnast girl who had a scholarship or whatever to go to this university on a gym scholarship, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. She can't even do it now because her leg's so severely injured or whatever because his dog attacked her, and then he gonna say basically in a countersuit that she knew she already knew the risk. I said, what? Your dog was off his leash. And the only reason why she was up in that same facility where his dog would be at because her mother worked for him. You know what I'm saying? And so why is your dog off the leash in the hallway or whatever roaming around? And why isn't he trained? You a dog trainer, right? So why is your dog out here biting people? And then the dog attacked Queen Latifah dog and I think killed the dog and then gonna try to tell her to say that it got hit by a car, some shit like that. Lie about it. I said, Caesar, see, now, we can't be covering up stuff. And now you got a big name involved, Queen Latifah. We gonna side with Queen Latifah. We, the public, is gonna side with Queen Latifah. But I feel like they finna get that lady, the gymnast girl, she about to get some cash. Because she actually got injuries. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that. And speaking of dog, Jaheim, y'all heard the story about him having like 15 dogs that was practically starving and emancipated and emaciated, I should say. And, a couple of them probably was dead or whatever up in there in his house in New Jersey. People don't play about animals, and they damn sure don't play about dogs, okay? You saw what happened to Michael Vick, all right? You up here having a whole goddamn puppy pound up in there, and you got these dogs starving or whatever, emaciated and all that shit. And what's the point? What is the reason? What is the reason? I'm telling you, he ain't been right for a while, okay? He don't even look the same Jaheim. He don't sound like the same Jaheim or whatever. He's just real weird at this point, and I want him to get help. I'm not going to put that man down. I just want him to get help. And you want to know who's sick? Put these people in the jail. 3 people. What is their name? Betsy Alexandra, Kimberly Michelle Johnson, and Rodney Chow. They are being charged with multiple counts of fraud and identity theft. Remember that high-rise that fell apart and collapsed out there in Florida? Why did they steal 5 of those people? That was I think it was 5. Let me get it correct. Yeah, 5 of them died in the collapse, and they stole the identities of 7 people. A couple of them wasn't living, and a few of them already died in the collapse of that building. So these people have gone through so much trauma, and their family losing loved ones and trying to get them, and the ones that survived trying to get their lives back on track. And you out here stealing their identity and racking up all this money in the name of them. That is some sick shit, okay? And I hope they just charge them with everything and find them guilty and throw them in jail for it, okay? Because that's you are heartless. You are heartless, okay? And I ain't like that. And speaking of verses, Jermaine Dupri tried to put it out there and say that, he been training or whatever. Come on, Diddy, I want to go do a verses between you, okay? Bitch, Diddy hit him back with Beloved, okay? We cool and all, but you ain't got the hits to go against me, okay? I would rather go against Dr. Dre. When that man started that message off, that response off, and called him Beloved, I said that was disrespectful enough right there. He could have just stopped right there. He basically told that man that you're beneath me at this point. And I don't know, like, listen, how would you feel? Like, people kind of sleep on JD, okay? JD got hits out here. JD produced a lot of hits out here, okay? And some big ones at that, all right? JD got Usher and Mariah Carey under his belt, okay? Like, he brought Mariah out of the goddamn ashes. You know what I'm saying? Mariah was gone for a minute and the Emancipation of Mimi came out, bitch, okay? Like, that alone. And I mean, I get what Diddy say. He said he got Biggie, he got Mary J and all of them or whatever, but still, I feel like that would have been a good matchup. Maybe. Dr. Dre? I don't know. Maybe because I don't look at Dr. Dre as a producer these days. I look at him just about, product salesman, selling and all the stuff with the Beats by Dre stuff. But musically, I don't think about him like that. You know what I'm saying? So, he out here still producing. I didn't know that. I mean, nigga, we never got that Detox album. So I just know, just like Rihanna, we ain't never gonna get that album. We ain't never getting his album either. So it is what it is, and I don't want it. Governor Gavin Newsom out there in California, y'all tried to recall his ass and he stayed there, okay? 63% of the vote said no to the recall, all right? And of course, Caitlyn Jenner is in her feelings. I said, baby girl, even if he would have been voted out of there, your ass wasn't going to be voted in, okay? Just know that. Moving on from that. And I hate to end this on a disturbing note, but they out here about to remake The Bodyguard. Warner Brothers is about to remake The Bodyguard. Why? Whitney Houston did what she had to do in that, gave us a bomb-ass soundtrack, gave us I Will Always Love You remake by Dolly Parton, and she made it her own, okay? To the point that we don't even think about Dolly when she sings it. We think about Whitney freaking Houston, okay? And y'all are out here about to remake it. No, I won't be watching it. Well, let me stop. I might watch it, but I ain't gonna pay for it, okay? I ain't gonna pay for it. I'll wait till that shit come on TV. It ain't gonna be no sweat off my back. Bitch, I still ain't seen Respect. Damn, I told y'all I'm so behind on a whole bunch of shit. I started on All the Queen's Men. And baby, don't watch that shit if you at work because it's ass and dicks everywhere, okay? And I was just like, damn, can I get a titty here or a titty there? But I'm on episode 4, okay? So I come back and tell y'all how I feel about it. But other than that, I gotta get started on The Circle. I'm 8 episodes behind on The Circle, the new season. Oh my God, I told y'all I'm so behind on shit. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. If there's anything else that you want me to talk about, you can DM me. Like I said, you wanna talk about some topics, you can DM me some topics on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. I already told y'all my email address. I'll put my email address down in the comments, in the more comments box or the more info box. And Ask Ashley is still a go. So if you want to ask me anything, get advice on anything, just send me a message, all right? And I will see you guys later. Peace.